Hello witches and wizards, and welcome back to Gravenhurst Public Library's Wizardry 101. It is our last week, and so I'm here today to talk to you all about ghosts and spirits and spooky things. Today we are going to be making our own ectoplasm slime. We will be capturing pet ghosts. And we are going to be making a protective talisman called the Hand of Mary. So you're going to need your take and make kit, as well as a lot of other things this week. Okay, so in addition to your take and make kit, you are going to need some hot glue. Again, make sure you use this with adult supervision. Get a lesson on how to use it if you're not sure, or just get a grown-up to help you, okay? You're going to need a bowl to mix things in, along with something to mix with, measuring cups and measuring spoons. You will also want a pair of scissors, a black marker, doesn't have to be permanent, just any black marker will do, a pencil. You're going to need some water. You'll need some coloring tools. Specifically, you're gonna want black and blue markers or pencil crayon. You're gonna need a glue stick. You'll want some food coloring. You'll need a needle. Be careful with your needle. And finally, you're gonna need some glue, some school glue. So it can be the clear kind or it can be the white kind. It can be Elmer's glue or any other brand, as long as it's school glue. If you don't have enough glue at home, I didn't send you with glue this week because you each need a third of a cup and I just didn't have a way to get it to you. So if you need glue, come by the library, bring your own container, and I can supply you with glue, okay? So go ahead, get everything you need, and then we'll check out what's inside our Take and Make kit this week. All right, let's open up our Take and Make and see what we got. Okay, this week you should have gotten a couple of pieces of string or wire or fishing line. I'm not quite sure what it is. You should have gotten a piece of tin foil, a hand outline, some foam. You will have gotten one single evil eye sticker. You will have gotten a gooey eye, squishy gooey eye thing. You will have gotten a bunch of different colored beads in blue, white, and light blue. Okay. You will have gotten some gems. You should have a ring. You should have a jar of sparkles or glitter. You also will have gotten some contact solution, as well as some baking soda. And finally, just like every week, you got a book list for a bunch of ghost books. They're also all out on display, so definitely stop by and sign some out. We have everything from ghost tracking to ghost stories to the science behind the paranormal. So stop by and grab those. Let's start today by making our ectoplasm. So what is ectoplasm? Well, there's a lot of different definitions of it. Some people say it is ghost poo. Some people say it is ghost sludge. Other people say that mediums, who are people who channel the dead, they can contact the dead. It's something that when they're possessed by a spirit that they exude. So it like comes out of them kind of like ghost sweat. But all in all, if you've seen Ghostbusters, you know that ectoplasm is just like green slime. So we're gonna make our own green slime today. Let's get started with that. So go ahead, grab your bowl, get your glue, your measuring tools, your spoon. You're gonna need your contact solution and baking soda, as well as your water and food coloring. To start, you're gonna take your measuring cups and you're gonna measure out 1/3 cup of glue. I'm gonna fill it right up, pour it in, and then I'm going to use my spoon and scrape out any extra. We want all that glue in there. Okay. Next, you're gonna pick what color you want it to be. So I'm gonna use green to make it look like actual ectoplasm, but if you want your slime to be pink or red or whatever color, that is totally up to you. Okay, so I'm gonna take my green food coloring and add in a few drops. Let's see, I did like 10 drops. And then you're just gonna mix it in. There we go. Okay. Next, you're going to take your vial of glitter. You'll open it up and pour your glitter into the glue. You wanna make sure you pour all of it in, and then you're gonna keep your vial as well as your little stopper, because we're gonna use that for the ghost craft. Mix in the glitter. All right, excellent. Okay, next we are going to take 1 tablespoon, like this, of water. Take 1 tablespoon of water, and I'm just gonna put it into another container. There's my 1 tablespoon. So I can mix. From there, we need a 1/4 tablespoon of baking soda. So you're gonna take your baking soda and you're going to take a 1/4 tablespoon, it's not exact science, and mix it into your water. Okay. You're gonna mix it in your water until it dissolves. You will take that mixture and add it into your glue. And mix that around. Okay. Finally, we are going to take the contact solution here, and we need about 1/2 a tablespoon of the contact solution. And this is what's gonna make the glue hold together into a slime, because it contains sodium borate and boric acid. So you pour that in, mix it around, and you can see that it's starting to get sticky and hold together and hold its shape. And from there, you can take your little squishy eyeball and add it in. There. Once you are happy with it all mixed up, you are going to set it aside and leave it to sit for about an hour. Once you've done that, it'll be able to be touched and played with without sticking to your hands. All right, now you have your own squishy, ooey gooey ectoplasm. So much fun. So this will last probably about a week, and then you might want to think about tossing her, all right? Now, we have made our ghost sludge. Let's move on to catching our own pet ghost. Ooh. All right, so to start, you are going to take your small little piece of foam, okay, white foam, and you're gonna draw a tiny, 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 tiny little ghost on it. So use your pencil for that. And you need to make 2 ghosts that are the exact same. So I'm gonna start by drawing a ghost. A tip here is the vial is thin and long. So make your ghost thin and long. Okay. So there is my little ghost, and I'm gonna cut him out. Okay, so there's my little ghosty guy, and I'm gonna trace him on my foam. So there we go, I've traced the second ghost, and I'll cut him out. So I have 2 ghosts approximately the same size. From here, I'm gonna take both of my little ghosties. I'm gonna put some glue on the back of one of them. Okay, some hot glue there. I'm going to take the end of my piece of string or whatever you wanna call it, and I'm gonna glue it onto the back of that ghost, okay? Just like that. I'll add a little bit more glue, and I'm gonna glue my other ghost to it. Making sure that the wire is sticking out the top. And then I'm just gonna hold it so that it all glues in place really well. I want that wire nice and secure in there. Then I'm gonna take off any of the excess glue. I'm just gonna use my fingernail for that. Perfect, okay. The next step is to cut the wire. So you wanna cut it pretty short. So it's only about as long as the end of my finger, maybe a couple centimeters. Then I'll take my vial and open it. And inside the cap, it's hollow. So I'm gonna put some glue inside of the cap. And I'm gonna stick the wire inside the hot glue. And let it dry. So it should be able to, your ghost should hang from the top, from the cap. Okay. Now while that's drying, you can draw a little ghost face on your ghost. Something along those lines. So I do a big circle for the mouth and 2 small circles for the eyes. And I'm gonna do that on both sides because we wanna see it on both sides. There we go. Now all I have to do is put my ghost inside the tube. You might have to squish him in there, that's okay. And close it up. And now you have a little pet ghost. So you can see I did 2 different sizes. This one's a little bit smaller, this one's a little bit bigger. I like the smaller one because it looks like he's levitating and hovering in there. But what you do is up to you. Now you can keep. For our final craft, which is in Wizard, we are going to be making one of these. It is called a Hamsa, also called the Hand of Mary. And so what it is, it's an open right hand with an eye in the center. And so the idea is it's viewing the world for you and protecting you from evil spirits, protecting you from the evil eye, and it's just generally thought to be good luck in a lot of different cultures. So we're gonna make our own little keychain. This is mine, but yours will look something like this. So to start, you're going to take your little hand and you're gonna color it in. So you just need a blue marker for this part. You're gonna color in not the very center dot, but the second ring there. You're gonna color that in with blue. Like that. Then you're gonna color the hand in a silver color. So I'm just gonna use a gray marker. If you have metallic markers, those would be perfect as well. There we go. Now you're going to cover the entire back in glue using a glue stick or white glue, whatever you got, and you are going to glue it to your tin foil. Okay, so it's glued to my tin foil. Next, you're going to cut out the hand. So get rid of all the white and all the excess tin foil. Voila, so now I have a hand on one side and on the other. Okay. Next, you will take your little eye and stick it in the very center, just like it is on this side. You're gonna stick it in the center on the other side. Voila. Then you can take some of your gems and decorate. How you decorate with your gems, totally up to you. I'm gonna use 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, I think. And if you find they aren't sticking, you can use a little bit of your glue stick or your hot glue to really get them attached on there. Mine are doing okay though. Okay. Okay, and then once you're happy with your design, you can take your needle and very carefully, you can add extra designs into the tin foil just by pressing and dragging very gently. So you don't want to rip it. So it'll look kind of like this one. See how there's all sorts of little designs on there? You can do that to the tin foil on this one using your needle. Just use the end that isn't the pointy end. Use the end that's the eye of the needle. And just very gently press and drag. And you'll see that it indents the tin foil and leaves little designs. So I'm hoping you can see that I've done a bunch of little designs on mine. Okay, so next it is time to poke a hole so we can attach it to our keychain. So I'm just going to poke a hole in the top middle finger here, near the top. Very carefully. Just poke it right through so you can see it just goes right through. Gonna just circle it around a little bit to widen that hole. There it is. You can see my little hole right there. Then you're gonna take your wiry string stuff and push it through the hole. I think I also gave each of you a small piece of purple wire. You could also use the purple wire for this as well if you like the purple color. And then you're just gonna tie it in a really small little loop that you'll be able to hang from this keychain. Okay, so I have a nice little loop. I'll cut off all the excess. From there, I can take my loop, open up my key ring, open like that. You might need some strong hands for that, depending on the ring you got, and I'll just loop it on. Okay, here you can see it's hanging. Now it's time to add the fun little dangly bits. So you'll take your leftover thread. Okay, you're gonna cut it in half into 2 pieces. So I have 2. I'm gonna take a bead and tie it on the end of each piece as a stopper. So it'll stop the rest of the beads and hold them on. Again, I'm just gonna do that with a good old double knot. Awesome, I'll cut off the excess. And then I'm just gonna put all my other beads onto this guy. I'm gonna do it in a pattern so that I can do the same one on each side, on each of my dangly bits. There we go. Now I'm going to do the other one. Cut off that little piece of excess. And I'll copy the pattern from this one onto my second one. You can do whatever pattern you want. Alrighty. Then I'm just going to tie these guys to this thing. Once again, cut off any of the excess. And there you go. Have your very own keychain. So you can attach this to your bag, you can keep it at your house, whatever. It's just meant to be a little protective amulet. Well, witches and wizards, thank you so much for participating in Wizardry 101. We've done a lot of stuff. We've done everything from making wands and spell books to making our own monsters and playing monster games to learning to tell fortunes and read the future to learning all about spirits and making things like our own gross ectoplasm goo, as well as pet ghosts and protective charms. So I would say that after today, you have successfully completed Wizardry 101. Congratulations, and I hope to see you all around the library. Bye for now, everybody. Happy Halloween.